Okay, so first things first, you need to have Fort Spencer as a sell point because it's just much closer. And whenever you get a legendary bear, the strategy is to lure it back here and close the gates if you can. Or if it doesn't come inside, just use the Gatling guns and it'll be dead in seconds. And then also when you place your campfire, put it back in the bank so that the only thing you have in your inventory is either your Spitfire or your Lamat. Okay, those are going to be your bear killers. If you don't have Spitfire, just use Lamat and Fanfire the head. And then another thing, make sure that you go to your settings and you go to shadows. Turn that off because it makes it way easier to see at nighttime. And sometimes the bear, if you lose him somehow, he will be like under a tree or something, and with the shadows on, you won't be able to see him. Starting off here, we're just gonna get the bears back into their original spawns. They do wander off, so then you can get your momentum going again. And then this is also what I mean by the uncall recall. Just uncall it, recall it, and then you kill your bear. Then when you get back on your horse, that's max stamina. That's the strategy. I'm also using Mustang obviously just to prove like you don't need a skeleton horse to get. Oh wait, is my horse bugged? No, it's not. Okay. So yeah, you don't need the skeleton horse to get that insane number, 32,000 to 40,000 an hour. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to it. It's pretty boring, but it works. Oh. And when you do use skeleton horse, you don't really need to do the uncall and recall thing that often unless you get like a bad run. But yeah, it's just this is the most annoying part of the whole thing. With the Lamat, that would be a lot more complicated. Like when the bear runs off, it's very annoying with the Lamat, but then with the Spitfire, you can just shoot him and then he'll come back to you and then you just destroy him on the way back. With the Lamat, you actually have to go chase the bear down and then Fanfire the head. So that is like a difference between these two guns. The Spitfire is a little bit easier, but it really... You can still efficiently do this with the Lamat. And then every once in a while, you just check your inventory, see how full it's going to get. So I usually get around 3.1k, like on an average run, maybe a little bit less, like in the 3.05k. I mean, that sounds weird, but 3,050 range. And it just seems to stay around there, unless you get like a really good run. Then it'll be like 3.2k or maybe 3.3. I've never gotten 3.4 unless it's a legendary bear, of course. And then if you get a really bad run, it's usually like 2,900. That just depends. But I'm not in a very big lobby, as you can see, like pretty small, and I'm still getting decent bear luck here. Actually, I have more rare loot than meat, so that's good. That's a good sign. Oh. Whoops. The bear hasn't even spawned yet. So that's why, like earlier, I don't even know what your name is. I'm just gonna call you McDonald's. McDonald's said something about the bears don't spawn fast enough, and it's kind of funny because, they do. Usually when you get to the bear spawn, they're already spawned. And if not, they'll be there in a few seconds, That's why triple bear farming is such a good thing. Yeah, I have to wait a few seconds, but that's only because that's only on like certain spawns. So there's usually going to be one bear spawn that takes a little bit longer than the rest. So that's that one for me because I killed this bear first. If that it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not very good at explaining it either. But these two bears, this is bear spawn A, I call it, and then over here is bear spawn B. These two will typically be spawned in, and then bear spawn C will be the one that takes more time if you start at bear spawn A. Oh wait, yeah, I have full inventory. Okay. See, that's why you check, because if you go all the way over there and you kill your bear, then you're kind of like, shit, that's a waste of time. If you get like something like a grizzly pelt or a tooth, then you just drop a piece of meat, obviously. And I don't think it's been that much time, and this is a really good run right here. So I'm gonna see probably 3.2, maybe 3.3. 3.25, right in the middle. Okay, so that's how it's done. It's very efficient, and I was using a Mustang. I know it's daytime, so I kind of had to, but on a skeleton horse, it just is it's a little bit more lazy. You can still be just as efficient with the Mustang if you do the uncall and recall. The only time where it gets a little bit sketchy is when you're using a Lamat and you miss like a headshot and then you get hit to the ground. That's when Ragdoll comes in handy. You should probably buy the Ragdoll Game Pass when you're hunting bears like this for hours, because it does come in handy. You just can, you just Ragdoll, get up and Ragdoll really fast, and then they won't be able to get you, and you can pretty much just get as far away as you want. Like, they'll still chase you sometimes, but they won't be able to get you. So, yep, that's that. I'm going to end the video. I should have a long time ago.